The highest court in the United States sides with the Secret Service in a 10-year-old case out of Jacksonville about a presidential protest that turned violent.
NBC5's Christine Pitawanich has more on the Supreme Court's ruling. She joins us live in the studio with more. Christine?
Natalie, Craig, in this nearly 20-page ruling handed down today, the Supreme Court unanimously overturned a Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals ruling from 2012 that sided with protesters who said their rights were violated. A chaotic scene 10 years ago in downtown Jacksonville, where protesters say they were assaulted by police and Secret Service agents.
They marched on us, they pushed people down, they struck people with batons, they fired capsicum, pepper spray bullets, injuring people.
Protesters say they were moved away from President George W. Bush when he was visiting Jacksonville back in 2004, and in the process got clubbed and pepper sprayed. But John Campbell, who was eating at the table next to the president at the Jacksonville Inn, says the crowd outside was getting rowdy.
After the president arrived, the noise levels became very loud outside, and there was a lot of commotion and banging and everything else.
Campbell says protesters held signs.
Signs like, Bush is the Antichrist.
Unhappy about the president being in town.
I could hear obscenities.
And on Tuesday, a unanimous decision from the Supreme Court ruling against protesters, saying the Secret Service were within their rights. In their opinion, the justices concluded that, quote, because of the protesters' location, they posed a potential security risk to the president, and that this case is scarcely one in which the agents lacked a valid security reason for their actions. I also spoke with David Fidenki with the American Civil Liberties Union. He says they're disappointed, and while the Supreme Court sided with Secret Service agents, the ACLU still needs to figure out whether it's practical to go forward with the remainder of the case, alleging local and state police used excessive force. Live in the studio, Christine Pitawanich, NBC5 News.